Going on, Falcon fan? This your boy Ricondo come back at you with another video. So today I'm gonna give you my thoughts on the open practice that the Atlanta Falcons had at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium today. So guys, before we get into the video, if you have not already, please subscribe to the channel. Please hit notification bell so you know when I drop another video. Please hit the like button so I know you guys that hear what I talk about. Then please share my video throughout the YouTube universe so more people come in and hear me talk about these Atlanta Falcons. So like I said, I'm gonna give you my quick thoughts. Of course, you can go actually look at some of the interviews that was out there. Arthur Smith had his interview right before the practice started. Some of the things he mentioned that is still OTAs, still just going to be no contact 7-on-7. Guys still learning plays. They're still putting in installs on defense and offense, and this is still just trying to acclimate these guys, get them mentally ready, so when the training camps gets in, they can hit the ground running. Also heard from General Manager Terry as well. He mentioned that one thing that they really want to do was make sure that they find talent. If it's somebody that they think can help this team out there, that's not currently in the NFL, they want to find those guys. He mentioned that if they could break a record for the most transactions, that's what they'll do. I like that mindset. You want to go out and try to find the best competitive guys to to make this team be the best team it can possibly be. That's why they went and got a Cameron Batson earlier. Mentioned, like I said, we already had 13 receivers, and you just add another receiver to the mix. That's what that competition all about, being able to bring in as many players they can to see who's actually going to be able to make this 53-man roster and the 16 practice squad personnel. Also heard from Grady Jarrett, who's definitely happy to sign his contract extension. He's looking forward to getting back out there on the field. So he's definitely ready to get back to his all pro level and try to start packing up some more wins to get us back in the playoffs. Chris Lindstrom, I heard from him. He mentioned that he was working on his contact balance and pass rush, which is very impressive because he was like one of the only offensive guards in the league that did not give up a sack last year. So, still trying to get better. Clinton is definitely is going to be a star in this league. Also heard from Marcus Mariota. Um, he mentioned that he was very excited about being in Atlanta because the opportunity, he loved the coaching staff, and he just really wanted to get back on the field. So he does have the opportunity here. Of course, he's in the quarterback competition. Not currently at this time, but definitely a training camp. Those guys definitely going to be competing. And then last but not least, we heard from Young Wei Koo, who mentioned that he's still trying to get acclimated with, of course, a new long snapper and a holder for his kicks. Of course, we lost both of our long snapper and our holder from last year, so um, it's going to be interesting to see. But he said he got all season to make sure they get that chemistry down, and he'll be ready to go once the season starts. So um, those are the interviews that we heard from the players and coaches and our general manager. Definitely, you'll be able to look on LeonardFalcon.com and see more interviews that's out there um, from some of the other players that was at today's practice. Some of the other things that I noticed while we was at the practice was it was only two quarterbacks in red jerseys. They had Felipe Franks playing tight end. I thought that was interesting. So if he's going to be a quarterback, he probably is going to be brought in as Bercy quarterback. But at this current point of time, he's going to actually be lined up at the tight end position. Actually during 7-on-7, he was actually hitting routes. He actually had a catch on one of the plays. So Felipe Franks definitely look like he's making position change, as well as somebody like a Avery Williams. Both Marcus Mariota and Desmond Ridder looked good on 7-7. I thought it had the timing starting to come around with both of those guys. We saw some highlight plays, of course. Like I said, it's just 7-on-7, so no contact. But I saw those guys hit Brian Edwards. I saw him hit Kyle Pitts. I saw him hitting Drake London. Um, you can see the speed. You can see the how big our wide receiver room is as in that physicality. You can see all of those things. You can see how deep our running back room is as well. All those different running backs. Kayla Huntley, we didn't mention him. Somebody that was on the practice squad last year, but I like the way he looked running the ball. Another big back that the Atlanta Falcons have. I think that running back competition is going to be deadly. Um, Another thing that I noticed, and something that you probably would expect at this time of the year, most of the rookies was on the second team. Um, so coming in, they probably still having some issues learning the plays, trying to get the scheme down. The only rookie I really saw running with the number ones was, of course, Drake London, our number one draft pick. But other than him, most of the rookies actually was running with the second team. So, um, Evan Katie, Anderson, Malone, all those guys was definitely out there running with the second team. Um, Kyle Pitts, Kyle Pitts definitely looks like he's coming his own his second year. He already looked like a leader on the field. I can see Kyle Pitts having another Pro Bowl season. Um, and this guy, I think he's going to actually take over to be that new number one target for the Atlanta Falcons for this season. And then last but not least, AJ Terrell, still looking like he's been looking in the last two seasons. This guy is just all over the field. There was one play on the 7-7 where he was there before the ball got there almost. Um, AJ Terrell is like he's already in midseason form. So I like that, and I thought that was impressive. But all in all, guys, what I seen from this open practice, I think everything is trending in the right direction. Um, there's not a whole lot that we can kind of get from us, open practice where it's no contact, no physicality, nobody's blocking. Um, so especially for those guys that's in the trenches, you really don't know um, what it's going to be like, and I think those are some of our bigger issues that we had this year. The guys in the trenches, so the offensive line, that defensive line, that pass rush, we definitely won't be able to see that. But from a skill position point of view, I think that we're definitely got a better cast of players that we can actually trot out on the field this year. Of course, we did not see TP. He was not there. Casey Haywood was not there. So um, those two guys that's definitely going to play a big role in this team's success this year. But they was not available. Of course, we did not see Deion Jones. That was already expected because he's coming back from an injury recovery. But all in all, guys, I felt like the practice went well. These guys is definitely, like I said, headed in the right direction. I think they got one more set of OTAs, and then they're gonna have mini camp. Then, of course, they'll take that break before they go into training camp. So, guys, let me know um, what you think about the things I talked about today. Um, what you think this team is going to be able to do moving forward with some of these guys that I mentioned. And that's all I have. This is your boy Ricondo. Come back at you with another video. Peace.